Good day, ma'am. Good day, classmates. Today we will tackle all about business ethics and social responsibility. Are business people ethical? What is the relation of business to ethics? Business is a dog-eat-dog world or a highly competitive situation. It has rules and regulations. Following the rules should help the business profit. Disobeying them could be detrimental to the life of the business. But sometimes, business management entails seeing beyond the rules and using one's better judgment to ensure not only to look after the interests of the business, but also to not hurt the interests of other parties involved, whether directly or indirectly. This is where ethics and social responsibility in business come into play. People to stand to see business as cold, inhumane entities that are only after profit. When people who work in or who manage business think that way, the perception translates in how they work within or run a business. Thinking of profit margins, policies, and procedures is not necessarily a bad thing. In fact, this helps the business initially. However, in the long run, it is the human face of the business, its humanity, there, it's that keeps it running. That is why most businesses put a premium on social responsibility, customer service, social media experts, public relations, marketing, advertising. They try to have the business to relate to other people, find the pulse of their market by placing a relatable face in front of their business name. Ethics and social responsibility in business. According to a well-known economist, Milton Friedman, there is one and only one social responsibility of business: to use its resources and engage in activities designed to increase its profits so long as it stays within the rules of the game, which is to say, engage in open and free competition without deception or fraud. Although many would say that ethics and social responsibility have no place in the business world, it is still vital to humanity to interact with each other without malice. Deception and fraud burn bridges that could be vital to the growth of an organization. Deception and fraud destroy an organization's integrity in its future. Business ethics are moral principles that guide the way a business behaves. The same principles that determine an individual's actions also apply to business. Like lighthouses, business ethics steer a company in making the right choices and decisions for the interest of the company, consumers, and society as a whole. For example, if a mining company practices sound moral principles, it would not bribe government officials in order to acquire resources from an environmentally protected area. The company would instead look for a site that the government has reserved for mining. The company would also follow all the rules set by the government and use proper mining practices such as protecting the environment and ensuring safety of communities near the mining site. Nowadays, companies and professionals share ethical best practices and theorems and conferences. Nowadays, even with competition in mind, organizations help each other out to make the world a better place. Simply, business ethics is distinguishing between right and wrong and choosing the right choice. Now, as moral principles, business ethics should be a guide in creating business policies, practices, and codes of conduct. Social responsibility does not mean you are responsible for yourself. It means you are responsible to your partners, employees, stakeholders, customers, the industry at large, the affected population, and the world. In business, social responsibility is more known as a corporate social responsibility or CSR. CSR is a way of balancing profit-making activities that benefit communities or society. CSR follows the notion that companies are not just responsible to their stakeholders and profit goals. They also have responsibilities to the environment and communities where they operate and society as whole. Overall, CSR involves business practices and activities that benefit the environment and society. Some forms of CSR are environmental efforts, philanthropy, ethical labor practices, and volunteer work. How do companies get their ethics and social responsibility message across? This can be seen through their advertisements, websites, press release, activities, and throughout their partner foundations. These are some examples of social responsibility trusts of a well-known companies in the country. Jollibee Food Corporation CSR programs espouses the principles of shared value in its corporate social responsibility activities. As a company in the food industry, GFC, through its CSR arm, the Jollibee Foundation, implements programs that address access to education, livelihood development, leadership development, and disaster response issues that are also relevant to the company's core business. GMA Kapuso Foundation Incorporated. They are the most accomplished, most trusted, and most credible non-government organization in the Philippines, the leader in serving and uplifting the lives of the unprivileged members of our society through Serbisyong Totoo in the responsible use of media. Some organizations may have advocacies that do not quite encounter the negative effects of their product, but is a step forward to the right direction. Philip Morris Fortune Tobacco Corporation entered into an agreement to combine their business operations and selected assets in a new company called PMFTC Incorporated. PMFTC is now the market leader in the local cigarette industry with over 90% shares of adult cigarette market. Its Marikina plant produces more than 70 million sticks per year. PMFTC also owns the country's leading low-price brands such as Fortune, Champion, and Hope. They are committed to the responsible manufacture, marketing, and distribution of their products. In 2003, the Philippine government enacted the Tobacco Regulation Act in the company steadfast supported the passage and implementation of this law. Ethics is just not doing what is right for you or your company, but for a greater population and group. A company can help maintain its ethical standards by seeing what its competitors are doing, by listening to advisors, critics, customers, and employees, by making sure it follows the rule of the law, and by not wavering from its mission and vision.